Hey, Brian from Garage Hall, and this is my 2022 Nissan Frontier SV. So it's the newest model, and I figure since I have a lift, I might as well share with the world what underneath completely looks like. Since most people don't get that opportunity, I figure I have it, so let's go. So we'll start from the front. So it does have these beefy tow hooks, and if you've seen underneath the 2021 and under Frontiers, they usually just have like one single hook underneath that. So this is like a huge upgrade, and I'm just going to keep reviewing to my camera just to make sure that I am getting the best angle for everybody out there. So this is your front knuckle that has your front axle, your tie rods, your struts, which are all a lot beefier this year on the 2022. You can see it's got the dampening piece right here. So it has a newer bracket for the speed sensor that goes into the front hub, which is a great addition. They had it before, but it was routed a little bit differently. This is definitely made for like an off-roading scenario. Keeps the cabling up and out of the way to give you a maximum clearance underneath. Same thing. You still have your front skid plate, which basically houses the oil filter and stuff behind there. So you still have this little trap door here that you can go in and get to your oil filter. That is your motor drain plug for your oil pan. That's there. This is your transmission. This is the new 9-speed transmission. So it is definitely the newest, biggest, baddest they have out there. And I like how it has the fins on the bottom of the oil pan for the transmission, so you get like a more of a cooling effect to keep your transmission cooler. So these are all aligned, and again, everything is kept way above any, I guess you want to call it the rock or the clearance line underneath there. So definitely made for off-roading. Again, this is the other side of the passenger side knuckle, so you can see that, and you can see your steering mechanism here that's going to your tie rods. So that's nice beefy bolts on there, so that's a great improvement. You have your axle going to your torque converter stage going into your rear, and you can see you got nice beefy transition there. You have all your solenoids are up out of the way. Your cabling is nice and tight, higher out of the way. So if you're going through trails, none of the sticks and stuff are going to catch on anything. You have your dual exhaust that goes into a big beefy muffler. So you have your tiny, smaller mid mufflers here. You got your cats, one there, going up front. And then you can see where it connects to your manifolds going on to your 3.8 liter engine up front. So going back, you have your nice support for your dry shafts going to the rear. And again, you have decent clearance coming back here. This is your shock mount. I'd like to see these a little bit higher on trucks, especially off-roading trucks. But I mean, it is what it is. It's still a decent amount of clearance that's underneath. So if you're getting through the front, hopefully you're going to get through the back unscathed. Your leaf springs, so you got decent sized bolts and connectors all the way across on this. And you have your rear axle, and again, it's a nice beefy rear brakes as well, which is good to see, especially since this does have a towing package on it. And that's your spare. You have a full-size spare that's underneath, so that's pretty cool. You have your body dampening pieces up there, and then this is your exhaust going all the way out to the back. So it's good to see. And your tow package, you have a nice beefy tow. I'll put the stat on what the towing capacity is. I think it's like 7,000 pounds, but don't quote me on that. But that is a good size tow hitch on the back, and it has the nice beefy connections on it as well. So you can definitely get some towing capacity out of this. And then your rear diff, your rear sway bars, you know, definitely a decent size on that. And yeah, that's it. Then your inside fenders, looks like they've been coated, which is great. I'm actually going to do another undercoating on it myself just to make sure everything is completely protected. So that's your drain plug for your rear diff. You have your, it should have a, yeah, that's your emergency brake line that's going to the back. I'm trying to see if there's actually vents. Some of these have vents on them. Oh, so actually that's your, this is your drain on your diff. That's your fill. Sorry about that. Confuse those. Sometimes I get disoriented looking under these things. And then just moving back up to the front, you have a nice beefy frame to the truck going all the way through. And this was a factory step that I had installed on it. So that was good. But you can see it does have the mounts for, you know, any other accessory step that you want to put in and mount in there. But it's got the 3 beefy brackets on that, so that's good to see. And you got your, obviously, your mud flaps. A good cross member all the way straight through that supports your transmission, as well as it gives more rigid to the frame overall. And other than that, I mean, it's definitely, you can tell it's definitely beefier made than the previous Frontiers, which is good to see. I'm glad that they've upgraded a bunch of things and just made this into a you know, much better, beefier looking truck, especially underneath. And like I said, even the tow package looks like they've definitely upgraded that a little bit. And you know, your leaf springs, again, that's it's decent size for this size vehicle, and overall a lot beefier than previous models. But anyhow, that is your Nissan 2022 underneath look, and hopefully this video will give you a really good sense of what they've done here underneath this this beautiful pickup truck. But anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching. And oh, you know what? Let's go around the outside from underneath so you can kind of get a really good feel of everything. But then, you know, a shot of the frame that's underneath. Let's walk around the lift on this side. And you can see how that step, it's a nice beefy coated step. And you got your rear mud flaps, so if you're going to reverse, it's going to help keep rocks off the side. And then all the way around from underneath. And then, of course, your mud flap on that side. And then we'll walk down this side. But yeah, we'll sneak down under here. And that's it. All right, that's the other side. Anyway, again, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.